Imagine a world where the power grid didn't just fail, it was murdered, and the silence that followed is louder than any scream. You are deep in the heart of a remote valley, a place you chose for its isolation and defensibility, only to find that isolation has become a trap. Welcome to Death in the Valley, the third gritty, tactical, and relentlessly tense installment in James Hunt's grid-down prepper thriller series. If you love homestead defense tropes, realistic survival logistics, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated terror of facing an enemy who knows your layout better than you do, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in post-apocalyptic fiction, blending the visceral chill of a powerless winter with the profound weight of protecting what little you have left. The narrative kicks off with the aftermath of the EMP strike settling into a harsh new reality, as our protagonist realizes that the initial chaos was just the prelude to a coordinated assault by desperate, organized raiders. The atmosphere is thick with the crunch of snow under boots, the smell of wood smoke and gun oil, and the creeping dread of knowing that every shadow on the ridge could hide a sniper waiting for a mistake. Hunt excels at capturing the psychological toll of constant vigilance, making every perimeter check, every resource rationing decision, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but the loss of everything you've built. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular siege mentality trope. This isn't a story about zombies or mutants. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of defending a home when the rule of law has vanished. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer defensive positions, forge uneasy alliances with neighboring homesteaders, and completely shock arrogant raider leaders with their stubborn refusal to quit is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat to life, making the crack of a rifle, the shudder of impact, and the heavy breathing of a hunter on the prowl feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of Death in the Valley lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't an invincible killer. They are a deeply human individual, struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect their family. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the perimeter. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive, well-armed raider gang launches a final, coordinated assault on the valley, forcing the protagonist into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. Death in the Valley is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. James Hunt has created a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivor. The grid is down, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.